Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. How we doing, boys? How we doing? Me dude on top of the game with thumbnails. Am I actually? Or is that a roast? Alright, why is channel analytics not working? What's going on? It's like frozen. BPM's crazy? Dude, did you guys sell things on today yet? Let me show some of mine. Taylor, what's up, bud? So at the moment, there's probably still a bunch of SBC stuff up as well. Alright, I'm lagging a bit. I gotta figure this out. Is this stream good for you guys? Got SoftBank listed on the web app. I watch you and do BPM. Perfect combo. Hey. Alright, sorry guys. I'm trying to make sure this stream's not going to crash. It's showing loading, but it says excellent connection. Which is a weird combo. Alright, how much time left on these? 10 minutes? Oh, it's doing this stupid glitch again. Are you hoping League SBC's come back Desar? What is Desar? This year? Of course. We need something. Mbappe's not going to be done by himself. Fast? Yeah, I hope it comes out. Last year we had it at by the end of October. So you could expect something similar probably. Are you going to do Mbappe? If we get League SBCs, I might consider. If we get League SBCs in the next week, I might consider, but if not, no way. Miss out on BPM content for an hour. Rare top 5 nation bronzes all sold for 500 plus. Yeah, we made a lot of coins off of those. Boys, we are officially out of silvers in our club. Essentially, we have some silvers. And by some, I still have 700 silver commons. But we essentially got rid of basically like everything lower end, which was wild. Look at all these Eldorites we won for 10.5 as well. Cold, 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 cold. So, any profit from yesterday? Got the same yesterday. I opened bronze packs, but I ran out of coins. Any profit from yesterday? Yeah, we're up hundreds of thousands of coins from yesterday and the day before. If I get completely liquid right now with just these informs and what we've sold, we're probably up to almost a mil just here. If we get liquid with everything else in our club, we're probably up to 1.5, 1.75. Any way to make coins right now? Yep. The pinned video in chat, BPM, is working really nice. You have our unlimited silver coin method as well. Highly recommend that. You got a video in the description on that as well. Those are the two things. All right. We'll record later. We won't worry about the RTG too much right now. Something to note though, guys. Tomorrow we get the refresh of the Prime Bronze Silver player upgrade and the Prime Silver player upgrade. So just remember, we're going to get a crap ton of supply. So for me, I'm trying to get rid of as many silvers as I can. Expecting to win infinite 150 bids tomorrow, hopefully. Yo, from BPM alone, do you think I can do Mbappe before it expires? Probably not. No. Mumbo, you do this every year? You're so rich, but your team's so mid? Excuse me? Are we looking at the same team? Look at his beauty. When else am I supposed to use these cards? If not now? What do you mean? Do you just play FIFA mainly to trade? No, I get 1,000+ games played every single year. I heavily play gameplay and grind menus. For how much coins you getting the silvers and how much you selling? I'm picking up for 150 right now and selling for 300+. BPM's excellent for fodder. I just don't think you're going to get 4.5 million coins worth of fodder right now with just gold upgrades and 77 upgrades out with the grind. If we get League SBCs, if we got League SBCs today, I would 100% go for Mbappe and probably get him within a month. But we don't. Because look at this. If we're excuse me. If we're talking about the 89 rated teams, right? You knock like one of these off a week, two of these off a week, and then you mainly focus on just grinding League SBCs. I feel like most people would be able to complete these lower end ones. Then the amount of player SBCs we'd get throughout the month, where they'd be a decent rating for a cheap squad. The amount of objective players, the amount of reward packs, the amount of coins you'd be making. It'd be hard, but it'd be possible. I have over 70 pages of bronzes in my club. I'm ready for bronzes to rise. I have over 1,000 bronze rares in my club currently. I have down to, I think, 400 bronze commons. I just rinsed a bunch. What if I have 3 million coins to commit to BPM? My question is, if you have 3 million coins, how much is gold Mbappe on the market? Genuine question. How much is gold Mbappe? Complain Mbappe just to show us you're the baddest bitch in the trading game? Again, if we had League SBCs today, I would have 100% been a degenerate and went for it. EA, you have 1 week. I'll debate it if we get it by next weekend. Do you think it's worth doing gold upgrade, or should I keep all my bronzes for long term? Spytex, if you watch our video on bronze pack method, we go over that exact kind of trade-off with each variable if you're trying to build up the most packs long term and the best valued packs. If you want to give that a watch. That should help you out. It's really a trade-off. Depends on what personally you care more about and how much you're doing BPM. Steven, what's up, buddy? How you doing, bro? Alright, how much time do we have left on these? T-minus 1 minute and 39 seconds. Alright, how many sales do you guys think we're getting there? I had 50k yesterday, now I have 130k just from silver trading. I'm telling you, bro. So easy. Not gonna lie, gold is 3.2 mil. Store pack Galorson, player of the month isn't bad, but I won't be doing. Not because I don't want to, but literally can't unless you're very pay to win. Yeah, 3 mil is like my team coins BPM. At least I'll make money back at the same time. LOL. Can't complain. You? I can't complain at all, buddy. We're doing really well. Also, why are Sunderland actually better than we expected? Because you guys have zero ball knowledge. You lack any basic understanding of watching a championship team play versus their recruiting process in the offseason. You just automatically assume because a team's coming up from the championship that every team must be in the same situation financially and have the same players that they were using before. Literally, if you would have treated Sunderland this year like a manager save and just transferred in a random European team into the Prem, and you had a budget of 200 to 300 mil, that's essentially what they did. All right. Low key, you wanna list all of them at the same time, but it's probably not smart. Did none of them sell that time? Dude, how many sales did we make in the past hour? 5. Made 11 sales. That time we got 0. If we list these, let's see. How much space would we have left? Nah, we'll just stay on the side. We'll do silver flipping, I guess. Unless, hold on. 37, yeah, no. Hey, Ma, how's it going? It's going well, buddy. How are you? Made like 50k at content today. Happy because it was only 25k investment. That's not true. I thought they'd be good, but not this good. I mean, it's still early season, so they got to round out their schedule a little bit more. But the thing newly promoted teams struggle with the most to give a little bit more perspective to the team is defense. Defense, usually they don't have a very solid back line. very leaky or the team quality is not good enough and big teams just push a bunch of goals through. That's why you see an extremely negative goal differential. If Sunderland can stay around positive to even, if not a little bit negative, I think they're in a really good spot because I think that means they're keeping those big games close. That means they're getting some draws. That means they're getting some wins. And ultimately, I think that puts them over the edge to stay up. But yeah, it'll be interesting against Manchester United tomorrow. Yeah, gonna be an emotional day for sure, man. Sunderland right next season though, we'll go straight into recruitment. Reckon you get Mbappe done? Not without League SBCs, no. I hear it, but I could have 20K and it would fill my shit with probably weeks to sell them. But every silver common you can, when they get low, literally 100% return. Wait, are you saying it would take weeks to sell silvers on your transfer list? Or if you club stocked, it'd take weeks to sell? Because we completely got out of everything we had in our club from last week. Loki, kind of want to buy more. I think we got each one for 10.5. You wait for League SBCs to drop, man. So much fun. Dude, it's just going to give us a consistent thing to grind as well. That's what I'm happy for. Guess who's already a max level in the Black Ops 7 beta? Guess who saved their game for a round 50 attempt in zombies and is currently, I think, 31 with the ray gun Mark II? Will take weeks to sell, probably, depending on how you're selling. If you're individually checking each card for like an SBC solution, you'll just never get out. But if you're market volatility trading, you'll be able to get rid of everything. We sold yesterday alone, I think 900 plus cards. We still had over 200. We had over 2,000 silvers still yesterday for silver commons, and now we're down to like 700. Most of those being Lib and Sud, and then top leagues. Don't listen to Reed for high value investment, Mendy. Dude, should I invest in Mendy this year? Just for the sake of recouping our losses from previous years? What's Balde up to? I feel like I got him at a decent price. I'm impatient trying to make like 3K a card. People are buying. Dude, today, I don't know how you guys were. I was late because on my lunch break, I was playing zombies instead of looking at prices. So I missed like the highs of like 3-4K for a lot of cards. Let's see. Anything still going? A little more than 20 minutes ago. Looks like some SBC solutions for Argentina and German ones still. Yeah, dude. Once we get something that allows us to know when a silver or bronze is up in price, we can get notified, that would be a game changer. Where have your coins gone, if you don't mind me asking? How many did I have last time you were here? A video of yours from 8 years ago popped up on my recommended today, and it was, will Mumbo quit YouTube? It was a Q&A. 430K yesterday? I got lots of informs. All right. Should we do one last hurrah check in the club? For Argentina and bronze rare. Then we can look at German too. What price would you guys take? Like when you see something in your club right now that's a top nation, is there a value if it hit it, you'd be like, I'm selling it right now, versus like, I'd keep it. For me, I feel like it's 500. If I can get 500 plus on one of these, I'll sell it, but besides that, I'm keeping. Think you should buy a few more? Just in case? Well, people are going to be finishing their weekend league, and they're going to be getting tradable Team of the Week packs. So, I could get more for 10.5. The question is, how long is it going to take them to sell? The only reason I picked up another, like, 35 there on bid was because we were making sales on the ones on our transfer list. I had like 20 and we sold 11. So it was working like an hour ago, but I wonder if people are finishing up their foot champs. And now we're going to see a drop in price. But then also, too, if we could each week invest accordingly with that. Hey, Mel, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How are you doing? I know you were being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic, too. Did you guys see that every silver got to 300 last night? Alright, 150 bidding might be cooked right now. We'll see. Why did silvers go up? They were needed for the daily SBCs. Marking matchups. How many coins you got total? At current prices, if I got completely liquid, probably closer to 1.5. Maybe a little bit more. Not tempted to work towards Mbappe in your RTG series? I'm completely tempted. I would become a degenerate if League SBCs dropped today to do it. And that would be my stream title. That'd be my project. But without League SBCs, I mean, I can do upgrade packs, but I'd much rather wait for guaranteed ratings, better packs, more coins. What are League SBCs? Did you play last year at all? If so, they were the Premium Mixed League upgrade. That's specifically what I'm talking about. So the Prem La Liga, Bundesliga Serie A, League 1 Eredivisie, Libsud. In the past, they were called League SBCs, or that's the name given to them. Squad building challenges revolved around leagues. You get bonus packs for completing them. They're unlimited, repeatable. Usually out for a month or two, and then they refresh with the same exact thing, copy and pasted. And we would make millions upon millions of coins flipping silver Libertadores and silver Sudamericana cards. We do 10 plus League SBC runs a day, close to 100 plus a week. We would go absolutely balls to the wall. Did he make a vid? Yep, I have a bunch of vids on how to grind them if you're curious on what that looked like last year. You just got to scroll through my videos. Alright, next time those expire, I think I'm going to be tempted to list more of the informs. Find it mental how many crafting upgrades you made? Dude, how many did we end up making? That's all a blur, man. What's the point of them refreshing if it's the same thing in Unlimited? Occasionally they might change a requirement. They should make the packs better as the year goes on to make up for, you know, the other content on the menus getting a little bit better throughout the year. But mainly it's to get people to probably sell off and then buy again. Who knows? Maybe they on their team discuss like, hey, should we change this? And then they're like, eh. Our silver's back to 150. Everything's 250 plus within the hour, I believe, still. They got to 300 plus yesterday and this morning, so we got rid of everything. You can still win bids for 150 right now, but it's going to be competitive. I would assume tomorrow with the refresh of the tradable silver and bronze player packs, the prime versions, that we're going to get a lot of supply. And you're going to be able to restock for 150. I'm going to try to go even crazier than we did the week before. I want to see if I can get, I don't even know how many are in the game. I want to see if we can get 3,000 plus in our club. If I can put almost all my leftover coins into silver commons, silver rares, I'll do it. What's best to sell tonight? Anything that's an SBC solution for the daily SBCs. A lot of top nations. A lot of silver rares. A lot of bronze rares. A lot of silver commons. A lot of center backs. Goalkeepers. When should we buy teams for champs? I'm not your guy for that. I use mainly a first owner team outside of a few cards. Usually, you want to do it before Foot Champs starts because then people are buying up the cards for Foot Champs. But eventually they'll sell off, so I guess if you wait later in the weekend to play. How much you selling the silver sword? Double my coins right now. Last, how would you craft him without League SBCs? Literally just upgrades? I wouldn't. I sound like a broken record. Literally no joke. I would watch my bronze pack method video because I do an in-depth tutorial analysis on the benefits of bronze upgrades if you're spamming BPM in bulk versus the sheer profit you get from potentially selling the tradable bronzes over time to pay for gold upgrades and other repeatable SBCs versus the power of flipping silvers, either while doing that or instead of all that. So we do a really big analysis on every single kind of part to pay attention to. So, in general, long story short, everything. Oh, the one after? Question is, do we think Libs and Suds will get an SBC this year? No card design tells me maybe not. So what was your justification then for them last year to get one, in your opinion? Can someone answer my questions? I haven't played in years. Are the League SBCs leagues the same? There's no League SBCs right now. Nothing's out. So that's an impossible question to answer. In terms of what we had last year for League SBCs, it was Prem La Liga, Bundesliga Serie A, League 1 Eredivisie, and Lib Sud for the Premium Mixed League. Only 12 gold cards this year for League SBCs? Yep. So, again, if you think it's going to be copy and paste requirements, what does that mean? If it's going to be harder to get that rating, if there's less higher rated cards, if there's less specifically higher rated rare cards, what does that tell you about silver rares if it's the same requirements? Do you think they're going to be more valuable or less valuable than they were last year? Do you guys think the gold commons are going to be more valuable or less valuable than they were last year? So if we were picking up Silver Lib and Sun, silver rares for 250, 300, 350 last year, and they were going for 2K plus, 3K plus, 4K plus, 5K plus for some, it could get even crazier this year. So if you haven't club stocked one of every single Silver Lib, Silver Sun, each one of the bronzes, I would make sure you guys do that if you think we're going to get the same League SBCs. I didn't play it last year. Didn't know if they had it. Yeah, no, they removed it last year. We still had the same League SBC. Tells me the high-rated Silver Libs will go to the moon. 300K into them potentially. Yes, sir. And even if you don't invest completely or you want to sell off, but then you see they're still super high, sniping them is insane. We made, if you go back, there was a stream, I'm not even joking. We did a stream after work one day where we literally made, I think, 500K in a single evening on stream, doing nothing but looking through. I'll show you the exact filter I use. That way you're ready when it comes. Because we had the teams that had a lot of, you know, the silver rare libs from the team that had a lot of the golds. So the golds, those teams would be the cheapest. So what we would do is, instead of just looking at like all the cheapest on the market, like let's assume, we'll go off of these prices, right? Usually they were higher, but let's do this as the example. So we see everything's 350, right? Obviously can't do lower than 350 by now. But we'd look for the teams that would have the gold cards. And more importantly, we'd want to get the ones that didn't have gold cards. So we'd sit at kind of the buy now price that would be guaranteed profit. We'd go to the 59th minute and we'd snipe them. Then on top of that, since we knew they would go for hundreds upon hundreds or more, we would just go team by team and then go to the 59th minute and snipe. Go team by team, 59th minute and snipe. And we got so many cards that would pop up for like 1K. We'd sell for 3.5K. We'd get one for 1.2. It'd go for 2.7. Penny and all made us so many coins. Olympia made us so many coins. That goalkeeper right here, Oliveira, absolute baller. This guy was the worst and best card because this man would not go for much. But the amount of times we would win him from 500 coins to 800 coins and sell him for 1.1 to 1.2 just consistently was wild. How much Cameroon managers are? Let me check. Any other managers you guys want me to look at prices right now? For PlayStation Xbox market? They're extinct, my dude. They're not on the market. So if you have one. Now would be the time to sell. We do not have one. San Marino? Does San Marino even have a manager? Extinct or they're not in the game? Who knows? Possible to snipe on Ulgen? Is it really? Oh, well, BPM to Mbappe? That's a bit of a stretch there. Who said that? Did I say that? Title implies it, to be fair. What does it say? New player of the month, Mbappe SBC. Bronze pack method, BPM. Silver flipping. EAFC Ultimate Team. It implies that the SBC's out. Now it has us on staff for transfer market. So if you guys are ever going to do manager sniping, I'd highly recommend going through your club. That sniping's going to work a lot better. Yeah, no, I'm not grinding Mbappe unless we get League SBCs. You could technically do BPM to get Mbappe. You would just have to reach degenerate levels to likes no one has ever seen, have millions of coins liquid, and have consistently the best pack luck ever in existence to get them done. I'm curious to see if EA gives us something on Monday, repeatable SBC-wise, that's decent. Because how do they expect people to do them? Or do they expect it to be one that really no one gets done? It's just super rare. Alright, that's loading. Money, that's your answer? You know what? They probably want people to start it and then buy it to finish. So you're going to see an influx of huge promo packs with guaranteed ratings. You know, that's what it is. We got our FIFA points early. Mbappe SBC, there's going to be like 82 plus times 30 packs. BPM paying out. I'm living. Managers just got 5K USA manager. W. Make sure you guys are checking the price on your top nation bronze rares, by the way. Lots of money in those today. You see it'll cost 2,000 to 3,000 pounds for Mbappe? I agree and disagree. In theory, yes. In execution, absolutely not. Because right now, the biggest mistake people are making for Mbappe, if you did want to try to do him and you had at least 1 million coins right now, is people are rushing to get the high-rated squads done when there's very few high-rated cards. Just wait for more SBCs to come out with high ratings for low teams. Slowly get that fodder. Start crafting the 85 squads and things like that. If you really think you're going to get them done. If you don't, or even if you think you're going to get them done, you should honestly just hold all fodder. If you're packing a bunch of cards, dupe untradeable, send it to your SBC storage. Just build up fodder and start getting an idea of, okay, if I did XYZ into an 89 team, I'd only have to buy this amount. Then I get this tradable pack. Could I get something back from that or coins for fodder? If I do all these low ends, realistically, how many coins do I have to finish this? Because then you got to think too, how many coins liquid do you think you could make in a month? If in the past 2 weeks we're already at almost 2 mil, we could probably get pretty close to 4 mil liquid to just buy out fodder at high prices for Mbappe. Or you could just buy his gold card at that point. So it really depends on the grind you're doing. Alright, let's buckle down and really start mass bidding on these silvers. Hopefully the menus don't fail us again, like they have been. Yo, 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 Bradley, what's up, buddy? Anybody start Weekend League yet? If so, how's it going? Well, no, played only one game. I think I won't play rest till Sunday. I think I'm going to wait off. I might play a game or two tonight if we want to do an episode of the RTG. But honestly, with this Mbappe SBC out, with prices of some stuff, I think just chilling tonight, hanging out, making some coins, and then sweating out Sunday, I think would be potentially more beneficial. Especially since I'm not trying to go for like the crazy amount of wins in the world. I really don't care how many we get. Alright. With our duplicate space, we're going to start just storing everything in the club again. We're going to still sell it right now. Or tonight. If we can. I just want to make room for other stuff. Might have to delay BPM till later too. We're gonna stay unassigned. Anyone know what that alt mode is like? Didn't make it to Div 6 yet. I haven't heard anything about that yet. That's a really good question. Where does that even show you rewards and stuff for that? It doesn't count towards Champions Mastery, I bet. So I wonder if there's like separate rewards too. Somewhere. Her objectives, and if you win like 3 matches, they could be as good as champs. Dude, I really like how they have the rewards set up this year. I like the fact that even if you only get 4 wins, let's say you get a few early and then you just absolutely suck butt and you just stop at 4, you still get a tradable team of the week. Which that and the coins, then the untradeable packs isn't the worst. Where's the objectives? SHB, what's up, buddy? BPM to Mbappe grind? Let's go. I'm probably not doing Mbappe unless we get League SBCs. If we get League SBCs within the next week, I'll do all of the above. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, is it challengers? I think those are tradable, right? You just have to play 3 matches in Div 7 or lower. That's your entry. Is Mbappe even possible to grind for? Yes, you could start technically in theory grinding for him now, but you'd need additional resources and stuff to come out to make it possible. You'd probably need at least 1 million coins. You'd be needing to make coins in the next month as well. Consistently, probably 2 mil. You'd have to be actively playing game modes to get rewards each week. You'd have to be doing high-rated player SBCs for low-rated teams. You'd have to be doing essentially all that to have a chance. You collect one after each win. Yeah, that's not bad. So 5 wins equals... Wait. You collect 1 after each win. So 5 wins equals 20 PPs in pat. Wait. Did I read that wrong? Hold on. Explain it to me like I'm 5 again. One. Wait. Win 1. Win 2. Win 3. Win 4. Win 5. It's just 5 total games, right? You only get the reward for how many wins you get. It's just... I'm confused. It's just 5 games, though. Let's say you win 3. You played 5, you win 3. So you get this... a 1 and 2 75 plus, and a 75 times 5 untradeable. Then a 1 and 2 75 plus. I'm confused on Yeah, they're not that good. I thought they were crazy how he was talking about them, but I don't understand what he's thinking. You only skimmed? Can you give a rough idea of what he was saying? Like, there's value to it. It's better than nothing, and it's not a lot of games. And some tradable stuff, you could get something decent. But I don't think it's groundbreaking. How many teams is Mbappe? Do you guys know? $24. But after seeing this, it's not. Yeah. It's better than nothing, but... I wish you could enter it, though, instead of Foot Champs. I wish, like, if you were above that, you could say, hey, I'm declining Foot Champs this week. I want to do this instead. Because I would gladly like doing that for weeks I'm not playing. You got what back access? W. Let's go. There you go. Alright. We're on a bid in. We're selling. How much is Zelda ready down to right now? Yeah, dude. So that might be the move, honestly. You wait for Foot Champs to start. We'll have to check prices tomorrow. But if every Team of the Week back is basically an 81 plus tradable Team of the Week, that might be a good move. Will you just constantly relist these silvers at 300? Me, yes, I am. You could compare each price individually. Some are probably 500, some are 1,000, some are 2,000, some are 250. Let's do a market check right now real quick. See where it's at for more context. So if we go to club, 200 coins. Everything sells within 10 minutes. So market's fallen a little bit. Most things will go to 250 by the end of the hour. So if you get more specific with 70 plus rating, good positions, a lot quicker sales. So if you're getting rid of your remaining club stock before tomorrow, you still have plenty of time, but slowly prices are dropping. So I wouldn't bid higher than 150. 150 is a great price right now to trade with and to reinvest with. But I'd bet almost anything that tomorrow the market will just be flooded with open bids for 150 once that refreshes. before I had access to the app, but not transfers, which is stupid. They quite low now, which is good. I'm out. You're heading out? Oh, see you, bud. Have a good night. Are you going to do Mbappe? I will have an answer within a week. If we get League SBCs by next week, I'd consider. If not, no. You can use Pale Tools on FC26, right? Yep. We can spam BPM with Pale Tools. Do upgrades with Pale Tools. Am I right thinking you're pretty much keeping all bronzes that buy now 200 and sell those above, waiting for other bronzes to go up? Charlie, if you watch our BPM video, we give a tutorial on the exact steps I'm taking for every sort of bronze in our club. If you want like the in-depth analysis, the baseline is we spam packs in bulk, store in club duplicates if it has some value in the moment, sell. If not, just quick sell because we're making so many coins on the silvers that we're flipping on the side. And then wait for daily SBCs to sell things in our club to the moon over and over, like today. So watch your vid. So should I bid on gold, sun, and lib cards now? If you're club stocking, sure. Yeah. Why do you want to bid on those? What's your reasoning? Because people are buying them for 4K? Oh, because of League SBCs last year? Okay, so you're saying you're going to, right now, put coins into silver libs and studs as an investment for League SBCs because you think we're going to get League SBCs. And if so, historically, what prices got to, you'd be happy with those returns. How many coins are you putting into them? I would recommend club stocking one of everything. I wouldn't go unassigned personally. If you have already over 100,000 coins, I'd very easily just take one of each bronze, one of each silver, and one of each gold, and then forget you have them. How are you guys doing tonight? If you're enjoying the stream so far, do me a favor, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new. We're gonna maybe play some foot champs later. Right now, we're just doing a lot of trading, investing, flipping, making some upgrade packs, and just hanging out, boys. Seeing what the market does. I got some informs waiting to sell. Prices did drop from earlier. I got them at 10.5, so I can really sell at anything. The question becomes, depending on what our goals are for tonight, would it make more sense listing them at a smaller price, getting the sales within the hour, and then moving on from there? But if they're already down in price, we might just list them all and play the long game. We have hundreds of thousands still, so we have plenty of room to bid on more cards. Also, I was thinking about this. If you only use first owner players, what do you use for your coins? What do you mean? Are you saying my account, I only use first owner players? I asked when do I buy my Foot Champs team, and you said you're the wrong guy. You only use first owner players mainly. Most of my RTG team is basically first owner. So there's very few cards I've actually had to buy. But we have a bunch of tradable players in the club. We're not a solely first owner team. It just happens to be the case that we've packed a lot of players of value and meta players. But almost every single one of our Sunderland RTG players is tradable. Or was non-first owner, would be a better way to word it. So what do you spend your 2 million coins on? Players to use and try out. Gauntlet players for YouTube members. Investments. Promo packs. Repeatable SBCs. Everything. You still doing BPM? Yep. I've done probably 100 packs today. Made 10K in like 6-7 minutes. Now doing BPM. Managers are so good. There's probably more managers today that have more value than yesterday. So on average, with 4 Team of the Week speed and packs, with more managers being up, with the daily SBC today sending so many top nations to the moon that are still in SBC solutions. If there was ever a time to do BPM, right now is probably one of those times. Packed the Team of the Week right after you did yesterday. Nice. Alright, how much time do we have left on these? Under 10 minutes? Nice. Alright, we're going to start making space for the rest of our informs. And, oh, dude, we got to hold now. That's so stupid. We were selling for 12K within the hour, right before Foot Champs started. I thought for sure we'd have an hour or two before prices would go down. What are you selling like bronze big leagues for? I missed the main content, but a lot of people at main content were selling for 2K plus for a crap ton of players. question. I want to try some. Or list those two for 10.5. I'm curious how quick these sell. What I'm debating... Actually, no. Let's do it. We're picking these up for 10.5. And we're making profit selling them at 12K. If I sell them at 10.5 right now just to get rid of them and get more transfer list space, how much after tax are we losing out on each card if we want them for 10? If we want them at 10.5, we're selling at 10.5. We'll see. Because I think this would make more sense to do this later this week. Little under 10K. $275. 9975 is what I see. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, even if we let's say hypothetically these sold guaranteed in 3 hours for 12K a piece, I think getting rid of them right now for 10.5. Actually, if we get rid of them for 10.5, they go for 9,975. Right? Correct? Wouldn't it make more sense just quick selling them? We lose a little less than 500 on each one, but we make that back in a single listing of silvers. And that gives us more space to work with. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'll reinvest in these guys later. It pains me to do this right now, but I think for the sake of the stream, it's going to be a lot more entertaining if we can do some BPM. We can keep flipping silvers. If we're constantly working with zero space, that doesn't really make sense. So yeah, you did not see that. Pretend that didn't happen. Quick selling a Sunderland guy. Hey. Is what it is. Yeah. For everyone who quick sold, we sell a few silver commons, and it pays for it. Alright, so I got 4 minutes for those, so we can keep mass bidding. Can we chuck any of these back in the club? I'm going to start, now that the prices are slowly diving back down, we're going to start only listing dupes. So if it's not a dupe, we'll chuck it back in the club. We'll do that over and over. Then we'll start doing some BPM. Sound good? You think it's impossible to craft Mbappe unless you spend FIFA points? It is possible to craft Mbappe if you start now. It would heavily rely, for if you're doing it for free, a lot of time, a lot of resources, and repeatable SBCs coming out that are decent, including League SBCs. It's not impossible, but very few people would be able to do it. Your average person with the average time on the game and the average coins they're making, absolutely not. Even with FIFA points, you probably wouldn't be able to. But I'm telling you right now, if we had League SBCs, I'm such a degenerate, I would get it done within a month. Because again, I would wait to get the higher rated teams done later when we have more higher rated cards. More SBCs coming out that give you higher rated fodder. More objectives that would give you guaranteed fodder. I'd play the long game with those big ones that people are spending the most coins on. I'd grind the smaller ones and save up fodder. That'd be insane. I mean, we've done it in the past with Player of the Month Mbappe's. Just not this early. Also in the vid, you was spending money to buy libs and stud cards, so how do you profit with the untradeable packs, or are you trading with them? Cards on the side as well. What do you mean untradeable packs? Can you expand on that a little bit? Alright. These bids are getting harder and harder under a minute. I'll have to go out. In the vid, there's 2 packs tradable, 2 untradeable, and for the lib stud requirement, you were spending coins to buy the player, so how are you profiting overall? Or do you only profit if you trade as well? You can profit without trading. It's just math. You just said there's 2 tradable packs, right? So for the tradable packs, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the video you watched covered that, but I've covered it in those videos before, is if I'm doing the League 1 in Eredivisie, which is my favorite section for the tradable Jumbo Gold Pack, the amount of coins I'm making in the tradable Jumbo Gold Pack is usually so good that it pays for both sections, the Lib and the Sud section, and the League 1 Eredivisie. On top of that, the untradeable packs, if you pay attention to the Prem La Liga section and the Bundesliga Serie A, very rarely do I ever have to spend coins on those sections, because they're so easy to do with the untradables that you're already getting from League SBCs, that it's basically 0 coins you're spending. So then the cost comes down to the very few areas where you're consistently needing to get cards. And it just so happens those are also the areas we make an insane amount of coins every single year as well. But even if you didn't do that, if I was using untradables, I wouldn't look at it as a 1 League SBC runoff, which I think you're very much looking at it at right now. You got to see it from my perspective more in terms of bulk. If you looked at a one-off League SBC run, you might not see the benefit of the fodder of it, the tradable coins aspect of it. But if you did that times 1,000, think about how many tradable promo cards, think about how many informs, think about how many gold commons, gold rares that you'd get that in the moment might be 350 coins, but 2 days later with a SBC that comes out daily, shoots that card to 5K. 4K. An Evo comes out, it's extinct on the market. All that stuff you gotta consider as well. Which adds on infinitely more value when you do it in bulk. But again, with the trading thing, you don't necessarily have to trade. You can do what I just said and be well off. But if you add the trading in with that, where we go all out and we buy at least 10 runs worth of silvers, we buy 10 runs worth of golds, we buy more than that and we flip the others very easily. But yeah. I hope it's similar to the League SBCs we had last year, because if it's the case, I can show you all again, like how that whole process works, but lots of money in it. All right, time for some BPM, boys. Remember you showing the quick sells? Like, yep, yeah, quick sells crazy, but remember too, consumables. You know how many consumables go crazy in price? We just got a walkout from a daily gold pack. Buell. So I pays for the pack. W. Are you buying Libin Sud cards now? We have basically one of every single Libin Sud card, yes. I'm not going unassigned, though. So, for example, this isn't a League SBC, but I'd use this as an example. Let's imagine this was the Jumbo Gold Pack. Calafiori, right now, I could sell for 500 coins. If I wanted to do that in bulk, some people would be very tempted to just quick sell it, because if it doesn't go for 500 right away, you'd list it for 400, or is it better off just quick selling it for 277? I would view it more as like Arsenal will eventually get a marquee matchup, and when it does, this card's going to be like 2K. And you don't have to pick just Arsenal. If we do 100 of these packs, we're having Arsenal cards, we're going to have Leicester City cards, we're going to have Everton cards, we're going to have United cards, City cards. Eventually something hits. Is that just gold cards? No. I have almost none of the cards I have invested in are gold, because there's only like 12 total golds. The most I have are in silvers. Here, want me to show you? Here, let me show you real quick. I want to show you guys what I mean by club stock. Give you an idea of the level we're talking. Because when I say this investment will make me insane coins, we're going to use historical context. Why isn't this popping up? We're going to use historical context with this. Alright, so if I go to Pale Tools, and I go to Club Analyzer, you'll see we don't have anywhere near the amount of players we had before in terms of total club stock. We got rid of our golds this week. We got rid of almost all our silver commons that were non-top leagues and stuff. Now we're starting to soar again, so the number's back up to 800. But this used to be 2,000 plus. If we look at the amount of Lib and Sud cards we have, I have 8 of the gold Libs, 2 of the gold Sudamericanos. I have, for silvers, 257 Libertadores silvers, and 196 of the Libertador CONMEBOL Sudamericana. Then I have 92 bronzes of the Lib and 158 Sud bronzes. There's still probably a few of each. That we could still get, but in general, we basically got one of every card. I'd have to look exactly how many players are in the league. But yeah. And saying historically, because again, if we look, if rares, again, if we have no Acuna Matata, no Ledesma, no Cotes that we're used to having those high ratings, those silver rare Lib and Suds that were already 2, 3, 4K, they could all might as well be extinct at 5K plus. Potentially. They could be 10K. We could have some 74s that are 10K. And we have them in our club for 300 bids. How do you know you already have the player? Pale Tools will show you what you've already have. So I'll go through and bid on things that aren't grayed out. Or if you didn't want to use Pale Tools, it's very easy right now. I could show you with the silvers. You could just bid on the whole league. If you know all silvers are already... Here, I'll let me put my money where my mouth is. Let's use silver commons, right? If you don't want to use Pale Tools, that's fine. But if we already know silver commons are all 250 plus, we go to lib specifically, we see everything's 250 plus there. And then 200, you have all these pages of stuff. You could sit here and just buy all these cards for 200. If it says you already have it, flip it for 250. If you want to mass bid 150 to 200 on these, store the ones in your club, flip the duplicates for more you can. But I'd literally just come in here. If you have it already, maybe compare price quickly, but then just list it back to the market. I do that over and over, and I'd honestly put these up for 300. If you want to sit in the 59th minute, you can for maybe some of the higher rated ones. Because I'd start looking at that too. If it's a high rating, right? If there's some 73s and 74s in particular that aren't popping up that often, those are going to be the most rare. Because everyone's going to want to make sure, even that 72, you're going to want to make sure you have like all these guys, especially. The lower rated ones will be more hit and miss, but... There's a DePaul. I mean, just as a way to make coins in the moment. A lot of Lib and Sud cards are always used in SBC solutions as well. So even if it's not for League SBCs, you'll see a lot of cheapest solutions will end up using these cards anyways. Center backs. Still debating if I should buy this game. I know you mainly play this for the menu grind, but what do you think of gameplay? I love gameplay so far. It's very rewarding, in my opinion. See, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. I have almost most every card, but it looks like I'm lacking on a lot of the 72 plus rated ones. So now, even if I am flipping these back to the market for 350, or I just want to take a little bit of a loss and quick sell them right back, I think me going through right now and kind of making sure I got these would be a smart move. We could go team to team too if it makes it easier. So we're not doing a lot of the same ones over and over again. Okay, we got a Polo. Yeah, if you wanted to do that on Pale Tools, go team to team. That'd be even quicker. I'd look at every 74. Make sure you have every 74. It was a 73. When do you think it'll come out? If it's a carbon copy of last year, they came out the second to last week of October. Alright, we'll finish that later. We'll let you guys do that right now. Because when did our video come out? I think we made a video like October 25th. You're also stocking on Air to V's cards? Yes, I'll also be doing that too. I just sold a ton today because they were up. but I'll do the same thing. I'll make sure I have basically all the Eredivisie teams, the League One teams. If it's the same as last year, usually Bundesliga and Serie A don't go up a lot for the bronzes and silver. Neither do the Prem La Liga. They always kind of just rise on their own for the other stuff that comes out. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to make sure you're stocked in all that too. They came out on the 24th last year. Do you think we might have those random specific league SBCs that shoot up price to 2K plus, like the Argentina League? We had that one time last year. Do you think we might have those random specific league SBCs? Are you talking... Wait, are we back on Lib and Sub? Are you talking about the Premium Mixed League upgrade? Is that what you mean by Argentinian League? That's not random. Or are you talking about a completely different thing? Because I don't remember a completely random Argentinian League squad building challenge. What was that last year? It was World Tour. When was World Tour? I'm trying to remember. What kind of packs was it? I remember the idea of it. I can't remember anything else about it though. It was also a player reward. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I'd have to see a visual of it to remember it. I think the group reward might have been an untradeable 50k pack. Could be wrong though. We could always have something like that. Let's assume, I can't remember what the requirements are, but let's assume something like that comes out. You can't really plan for it, but if you're doing any sort of club stocking with silvers where you're getting every league and selling duplicates, you're covered. If you're doing BPM where you're storing everything and selling duplicates or quick selling, you're covered. The only difference is if you're upgrading off leagues, what's considered off at the time might be useful later. That's always the case, but then you could start storing those, using them or selling them. So it really doesn't affect that too much. Lib suds only existed for League SBCs. They're pointless otherwise. You couldn't be further from the truth with that, buddy. I get what you're trying to imply, but Lib and Sud are always one of the most used SBC solution cards of all time because of their strong links to each other. And a lot of top nation Argentina being in there. They're a really good hybrid to mix with other leagues. People like doing them because they're cards that will go up in value too. So a lot of people like me who club stock for League SBCs, I know a lot of people who do League SBCs that will also make footbin solutions specifically with Lib and Sud players so that they can go crazy in price, sell them, and then buy them back at cheap prices over and over. Where they'll make 1 million plus coins before League SBCs even come out just with those. Thoughts on Sunderland being United tomorrow? It's going to be a very emotional day, man. You know, I said one of my best friends growing up is a United fan, and he got me to we did like a randomized FIFA match against each other. I landed on Sunderland, and that's how I started using Sunderland and then watching Sunderland and supporting Sunderland. What do you think of the playstyle change on playing them with Mbappe? Which playstyle does he have? Crazy Journey? Anyways, so he was super excited for this game, and we're going to watch it together. He's not able to, but essentially, not only has United had a really bad year, he just lost his dad. His dad passed away the other week, and so it's just been thing after thing going wrong in his life, so that really sucked, and I would love for Sunderland to win, but if United were to win a game and it just so happened to be 3 points against Sunderland at this time, you know, as much as I'd want Sunderland to win, I think that'd be a great outcome too. Yeah, man, it's tough. I think it's a good time to invest in 84s, 85s, 86s, and 87s. I think a lot of people already were. I don't know if they're already up a little bit. I feel like lazy listing you could continue to sell. Just consistent fodder. What I'm curious about is the team of the weeks. Like 85 plus rated team of the weeks. If you wait until like Foot Champs rewards consistently, and then you go from Foot Champs rewards where it's a bunch of supply of 81 pluses tradable, do you invest in like 85 informs, and then when they're out of packs and being used in the SBC, there's less and less supply of them on the market? So do you invest in 85 plus informs that are already potentially good value and go in on those? I don't know. Yeah, didn't Kane go to like max price? Again, because the people buying the most expensive teams are the people who already have the coins to do him and have the funds and ability to do so. It's not going to be that price forever. It will be less coins than that when we get more and more fodder, but also too, it will not cost anywhere near that amount of liquid coins to do him, especially if we get more repeatable SBCs. The question is, when do we get them? You guys are going to get Amram sacked. As a United fan, I'm happy. Going on the road to Old Trafford, if we could get a point, I'd be happy. I think Sunderland's going to defend relatively well. I think United's going to have their opportunities. I think Sunderland's going to have their opportunities. I think Sunderland's goalkeeper, Robin Roos, is going to make a few great saves. I think Sunderland will inevitably, though, not control the game as much as I'd want them to. I think they're going to have moments of brilliance, but I think United will be just strong enough and have just enough attacking creativity to get something from the game. And too, like, regardless of what you think about Amram, I think a lot of the players now are at the point too where they have to prove not only to the club but to the world, like, they're worth it. Because what? Every player leaving United starts performing now. It's just a common trend. I've never left the country, so no. I would love to one day, though. Yeah, you'd have all the other player of the months. If we get Haaland, imagine a Haaland and Mbappe out at the same time. That'd be wild. I get it. All right, boys. Can we get a team of the week tonight? We got 2 so far. Can we get the other 2? Played around 100 game of farm survival. Here are my thoughts. The good, less is more. This is a beta and many features aren't in. Immune injections, etc. This makes the tools you have to use far more useful and actually fun. If the dominant strat was injection instead of the trap, I'd be so bored. The balance of normal special enemy to elite. Super sprinter is supreme. Amazing. Movement is king. The bad, all weapons suck again. Past round 35. The damage to normal zombies doing later rounds might be a little much. You get literally 1 hit without armor. Not a fan. I'm scared that this is going to get power crept. With all the new tools that will be coming to the full game, it might be the experience far less compelling if there's too much OP equipment available. Otherwise, massive improvements to high rounds of Black Ops 6, and I had an excellent time. Less is sometimes more, and we have to get creative so far. I agree with that. That's a great analysis. I said it. Hoffman. Cool. What other managers are up in price a lot right now that usually aren't, that I should be paying attention to? My boy finally got a girlfriend. Let's go. W, man. Is she going to do squad battles games for you? She better, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Boys. If you know, you know. Sunderland legend. Oh gosh. I miss Hamir, bro. He had one of the best preseasons a player could ever have. Sell silver is now before tomorrow's supply. You are extremely late. Prices are already going down. You could still probably get a lot of sales for $250, but you completely missed the 300 plus last night and earlier today. If you're still club stocked a lot and it was cards you won for 150, maybe try to sell those off, but you could start mass bidding 150 again. You're going to have some competition, but you can start club stocking if you want, or flipping. I'm expecting the supply tomorrow to flood the market, so you'll be able to win a bunch of 150 bids easily. You'll be able to go on some meta cards probably, and club stock those. I'm going to go in and get like all the League SBC cards and stuff too. Get ready for that. But yeah, man. I just pay attention to SBC solutions as well. There's going to be a lot of random stuff that goes for a lot more too. The Black Ops 7 beta zombies is so disappointing. I had the complete opposite opinion. I was extremely happy with it. What, in your opinion, made it boring? What more would you like to see them do for specifically a limited beta? Would you like the full game of stuff? Or what? I got 10K right now. Should I just trade silver lib and stud cards? I mean, the silver lib and stud don't go for much more. You could just trade with silvers in general. Doesn't have to be them. You could easily turn that 10K to probably 50K plus tonight, just flipping silvers. It's just the barn. Would love the map we saw Twitch streamers get. Have you gotten to round 50 plus already, Pokemon? Advice on flip silvers? What specific advice do you need? We got the video in the description, how to make unlimited coins on silvers. If you're new to silver flipping in general, that kind of covers everything you need to know about them. Right now, everything is 200 plus within 10 minutes, or was. So any 150 bids guaranteed profit at the moment. But you can very easily make 250 to 300 on a lot of cards. But there's a lot of SBC solutions. They'll send stuff to 800 plus, 1,000 plus. So be careful of that too. What would you sell silvers for this evening? Each card's price is going to be different. If you're listing without looking, I've been doing 300 just to have transfer list space taken up. But there's a lot of cards I'm missing out on 1,000 plus coins for if I do that. No, I got to round 16 Xfield. Nah, it's me done with zombies this year. So you don't sound like a zombies person. So you're complaining about zombies as someone who doesn't play zombies. That makes perfect sense then why you didn't enjoy it. And why only like a little part of barn would be a negative. But nah, it's just enough fun to be challenging because they don't have a lot of the stuff in it. So I got the Ray Gun Mark II in my first run. I'm still in the same run. I haven't ended it yet. Round 31. Running around with the Mark II. The Bears chasing after me. Are you playing champs? Yeah, I'm probably going to wait till later this weekend though. Until a lot of the sweats are done. Jay, same thing as I said to Ali, but the videos in the description if you need advice on the logic behind flipping silvers and just kind of everything about them. Baseline though, everything's profit at the moment for 150 bid. Selling a kidney to afford player of the month Mbappe. Anyone interested? Dude, you know there's going to be some dude who gets Mbappe done, and he's going to pack gold Mbappe like a day before he finishes. I can already see it happening. Now I got to Prestige 3 for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Played over 100 hours. It's just a small area I don't like. Does 100 hours get you to Prestige 3? What's your high round record? Yeah, I'm just pleasantly surprised we got zombies in a beta. That's a first. I'm leveling up all my weapon levels in zombies. So I don't have to worry about it in multiplayer, and then I can use the attachments I want to use. You're just going to be bothered to prestige more? But you get all the cool emblems, man. And it carries over to multiplayer, too. Did Bournemouth win? 3-1, all goals after the 70th minute. And Fulham scored first. Semenyo scored 2 goals. Then, how many minutes? 18? Yeah, Semenyo's going to get another in form. 2 goals and assists. Jeez. Wrexham, Birmingham finished 1-1, and both goals were by former Sunderland players. Dobson on Wrexham, and then Paddy Roberts on loan from Sunderland playing at Birmingham. You need to see his first goal? I'd love to. Also, he's a former Sunderland player as well. So all former Sunderland players are scoring today. How do you score his first one? It's like outside the box, finesse shot, top ends. Out of curiosity, when you say you keep up with SBC solutions, you actually check footbend in your club? I will show you my exact process. You ready? I'll show you what 2 minutes of SBC solutions looks like. You guys ready for this? If you're doing menus right now, pause what you're doing if you're interested in seeing how I get to my solutions the quickest. All right, here we go. So go on the web app. Making sure I'm sharing my screen. We are? Okay, sweet. Go to the web app, SBC, challenge, see what came out, see positions, golds. So in my head, I'm already like rares, lots of rating. Rares, lots of rating. Active SBCs. Go to challenges. Oh. Go to the SBC. Go to completed challenges. Look for something 5 to 10 minutes ago-ish that's near the cheapest. So I'll look at these two. If it's a bot that did it, it will almost guaranteed follow the thing to a T. If it's a community solution, it'll be a little bit of a mix. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing... Okay. Left back, center mid, right back. Looking at those cards. Looking at the other one. I'm seeing some English. And then I go to a BPM server. Look at the cheapest solution or solutions recently. This one was 2 minutes ago. Ping it, so he's probably on the rise. Here's one for a few minutes before that. Solbauer. Here's another one. So I see a lot of English cards being used. So in my head, I'm already thinking of some of the names. I'm going to look at all English rares. And then I'm also going to look at the off leagues of Poland. And I'm going to look at the off leagues of whatever else was used. And then in my head, I keep that. And then I move on. I do not know when they're going to be. Hopefully soon. And hopefully it's Robin Roofs. There's like 25 managers that are a lot right now. Let's see if BPM did another list. This was from yesterday. Ivory Coast, England, Egypt, Ecuador, USA, Brazil, Nigeria, France, Canada, Slovakia, Uruguay, Haiti, Ghana, Georgia, Portugal, Poland, Cameroon, Morocco, Slovenia, Spain, Algeria, Senegal, Sweden, Norway, Germany, Scotland, Colombia, and Korea all have value. Roos is statistically in the top 3 goalkeepers in the Prem. I believe it. He's literally a cheat code. If you watch Sunderland play, and you just watch the way his reflexes are insane. That's one. His reach is insane. His ability to come out for the ball. But his best quality, he's mastered the 8-second rule. He has mastered the 8-second rule. What I mean by that is not a simple, he gets the ball out of his hands by 8 seconds, but when he catches the ball, his ability to create space from the attacker, put the ball on the ground, and start the run-up to the counter is so smooth. He had 2 or 3 times where he hit Isidore on the break off of a simple catch. Just put the ball down, pings halfway across the pitch. Just perfect through ball. It's brilliant. Alright, let's do some upgrade packs too. Open these up, keep the club going. Roof is on fire. Who's the 2 goalkeepers over him for stats? Kluivert's goal is insane. My goodness. I based it off of save percentage and goals prevented. Okay. He's topping goals prevented. 8. Vicario. Hey, Enzo Lefebvre, first owner, cold. Too bad we already have an 81 Evo. Cold, cold, cold. That's tough, man. That's really tough. What should I do with 11K? I would turn that into 50K today, flipping silver commons with our silver common method, in my opinion. So you could argue he's top, but obviously overstuff comes into it. So just went top 3? Yeah, that makes sense. Sunderland was close to signing Petrovic too. So getting roofs for a fraction of the price, I feel like, is an absolute steal and allowed us to spend in other places. Boom, boom, boom. Victor. Yeah, now it's getting a lot easier to win the 150 bids. I don't know if it's some UK people are going to bet or what. Or people are in their foot champs games. But a lot easier than this was a half an hour ago. Boom, 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 boom. One thing to note, though, remember earlier when I was asked the question, am I going to do the same thing that I'm doing with the Lib and Sud, with the Eredivisie and League One and cards like that? And I said I was going to probably club stock a bunch of the 6 players from like one team and get a bunch of those done. You can do that. I would mainly just focus on Lib and Sud, though. And the reason I say that is if you look at League One and Eredivisie prices last year, they sat in a range where they never went crazy because you can use 6 from a team. You don't need a full team, or you don't need only one from each, and you need a bunch of different teams to do it, which raises their value. It's just enough players from one team where their price will go to like 400 to 600, which for an investment is not a bad investment, guaranteed coins. But in terms of the amount of coins you can make in that moment sniping or picking them up easily for under the buy now, that's something you really don't have to put too much worry in long-term investing in. Unless they completely change the requirements or it goes crazy, I would take any SBC solution coins from those cards now at the current time. And those are a super fun thing to lazy list as well. The way we used to do that was if everything was like 400 plus, and it was mainly a lot of silvers, we would just snipe everything like 300 and under, and we have so many bronzes that would pop up for 200 coins. Sometimes some bronze rares for 200 coins. And we'd go to sell it, it'd be like 1,000 coins. Or we'd lazy list over like the 400, 500. We had one method where it worked for like a week and a half, where we would buy early in the day and sell when UK was asleep and there's way less cards on the market to all the US degenerate Student League SBCs. That cooked. That gave a few hundred extra to each card. What do I do with bronze cards that do not sell at 200? Have you seen our unlimited coins from bronze packs video? If not, we go over all kind of the different things depending on your specific grind you want to do with those. So unless you have a specific idea of what you're wanting to do, there's a bunch of different options. From club stocking to flipping, upgrade packs, SBC solutions, active trading on the side to replace the ones on your transfer list. Lots of stuff. Yeah, let me know if you have a question, bud. Is it the pin video? Yeah, how to make unlimited coins with bronze pack method is the pin video in chat. One of the things with that, though, Is anybody right now in chat, someone who's been spamming BPM or wants to spam BPM, and you want to do bronze upgrades into silver upgrades, into gold upgrades because you really want to make gold upgrades? Does anyone fall under that camp? You want to make a crap ton of gold upgrades? That's why you're doing it? You, Taylor? How many coins do you have right now, if you don't mind me asking? You're looking to do that? 600K. You did 50 this morning from BPM. Nice. If you want to potentially do even more and save you some time too, for example, our silver flipping on the side. If you're doing this already to, if you're club stocking the bronzes and selling those later for like SBCs and stuff, and you're doing something like this to keep some coins balanced the same, you could just mass bid 150, flip these for 300, and then put those coins you just got into gold commons for 300 to do a gold upgrade directly from that. That could be an alternative. Because in terms of the amount of value you're putting into those packs from bronze upgrades into silver upgrades, it's still worth doing all those, but just on the side, especially with where things stand. I mean, you could, tomorrow too, instead of bronze upgrades, people could just mass bid 150 on a bunch of silver commons and throw these into silver upgrades. But at that point, if you're going to do that, you might as well just bid gold commons for double the price. Because what, 150 times 11 for these silvers into a 3 gold common pack versus double the price for 300 a gold common for a gold upgrade. Skips a lot of those steps and a lot of time saved just with liquid coins if people are trying to speed things up. You could then even go the route of the gold upgrades into the 77 double, because you only need, what, 7 cards in that, and 6 need to be gold rares. So the crap gold rares you get from the gold upgrade, just chuck them in there then. And then constantly recycle. It's so much more efficient. My favorite was when, it wasn't last year, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. We could easily pick up gold commons for 300 and everything was selling within the hour for 400. So I'd literally sit there, I'd mass bid, I'd flip gold commons while making gold upgrades. And we'd just do that nonstop. That was a blast. I think it's like over 100 bronzes per gold rare with that method. Yeah, the working up is a long, grueling process that pays off for sure at each step. You have to be doing BPM in bulk though for it to really make sense. Because at that point, like for example, a lot of these bronze upgrades you're seeing here were mainly built because we were getting so many bronze common off-league dupes that we simply just needed to put somewhere. It wasn't even that I was trying to go out of my way to like make these and build up, but we're able to because of it. But then also too, it gives you the ability to get out at each step too. Just because you make a bronze upgrade doesn't mean you have to take it all the way through. You could get silver players for your objective team. You could get silver players to put into the prime silver pack tomorrow that's tradable. So instantly put untradeable players into a tradable pack, coins back. Put these untradables into a marquee matchup for a tradable pack. These untradables into a tradable daily challenge SBC for tradable coins in a pack. There's like a bunch of outs that you don't have to take all the way to the end. And you could get a better quality pack too. So it's like BPM is useful for that as well. Where it's like even if you don't want to work your way up to a gold upgrade, you might get a pack that's way better than a gold upgrade and tradable using a lot of the silvers that you already have untradable. And even some of the bronzes. Some of them, you could use the crappy bronzes in the first team of the marquee matchup. If it's mainly all golds, then you can throw in some crappy bronzes because you have the chem. You can do that too. Will I get any Sunderland players from this? That's the real question. That's what I want to know. Look at Semenyu's last goal right now. Nice. No champs points among weekend league rewards means we have to play rivals all week to get the points again. Really? Wait, there's a player that got out of the... There's a player that got out of the zombies starting area. That's crazy, man. Yo, thank you for the sub, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome all you new people. Hopefully you're doing well. Boom, 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 boom. EFL. Cold, cold, cold. Tovi day. Lots of the cards are still up, boys. All right. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. What are the super low-rated promo cards this team? Does anyone know? Is there more 83 rateds? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Salifu. All right, more bids. Now the question is, again, if we think we're going to get most of these tomorrow for 150 as well, there's no reason not to list them right now unless we're doing BPM and we want more things listed there. Is really the only caveat. So I think leaving some free space, storing, selling dupes makes more sense. Maybe later tonight I flip some more for 300 from the club, but I think focusing on bidding right now for me is the plan. Win as many as possible. Let's see what our dupe storage is looking like too. I'm curious. I feel like it's mainly silvers and golds. The TK just sitting there. Alright, another rare gold. Let's do a oh, the 77 upgrades are gone. Forgot about that. Okay, let's save up gold rares then, I guess, for Monday. Dude, if we get a player pick, that'd be sick. Playing champs games today? Yeah, I'll play a few today. Majority of mine will be later this weekend. I'm trying to get all the sweats to finish their games before I get on. You know what, actually, what we could do is we could get a full transfer list selling, and then from that, we open our bronze upgrades. That works too. Market seems to be crashing right now. Yep, it's going down. Supply is exceeding demand for a lot of the cards. Still a lot of SBC solution cards out there, though. Random stuff. Let's keep checking. Waydon. Heedley. I made it. How is that doing? Oh, jeez. Our bronze pack method video is getting almost 100 views an hour right now. Jeez. Y'all are killing it, man. We might hit 15K by the end of the month. We might hit 14.9 today. We're 5 away, boys. Let's go. If you think we're grinding these streams out, just wait till League SBCs come. We are going to be a degenerate. The time, coins, effort into the grind. Constantly got this short ban from Pale Tools for 24 hours. What do you mean, a short ban from Pale Tools? Can you define that? Like a bid ban? Like a standard web app companion app bid ban? Quick selling multiple items at once from BPM. Did it give a specific message? I've never heard of something like that. I've never gotten that. So you're banned from quick selling items? Is that what the ban is? Because you're probably quick selling so many things within a certain time frame. Yeah, you might as well just go back to console at that point. That sucks. Ain't that the city, baby? I really don't care about any of these silvers. Hot take. Jacob, what's up, buddy? Like, I'm partway. I got 2 of the icon silvers from grinding. I'm going for the other ones. I really don't bother to play with them, nor do I think I'd play with them. Because, like, Robin Roofs, Sunderland's goalkeeper, I'd play with him over Yashin. And, like, all the other cards, too. I don't see a world where I don't use just a full Sunderland silver team over, like, all the meta. Like, it'd be fun to collect them, but... How you doing tonight, Jacob? Open like 200 packs in 25 minutes on the web app. Maybe 1 per minute on console. I know. It's a crap trade-off, but if you can't quick sell... Maybe even just opening some packs on there would reset the ban faster. Just got done with champs? How'd you do? Oh, gosh. We should really play one of our champs games soon. We got to record the start of the RTG if we're going to do that, though. So let's build up to, what do you say, 10 gold upgrades? I think that'd be good. 2 10 gold upgrades. Thanks, Chief. 10 wins, Adeyemi in rewards, and tradable Wilson. Nice. This movement is insane, dude. Shotzi just got wall jumped. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for competitive Call of Duty this year. How are we feeling for tomorrow? I haven't told you this, but my one of my best friends who's a Manchester United supporter, his dad died a few weeks ago, and it was and is a really difficult time for us and their family. So for me, obviously I want Sunderland to win and get points from the game, but like a United win would mean probably the world to him right now. So in terms of like how I'm feeling, like I'm just hoping for a good game tomorrow, to be honest. I'd love points. We'll see what happens. Danny Aaron says Mbappe done already, of course. You guys know Danny Aaron's grinded for Mbappe, right? The touch grass. Someone got Zico from the mega pack from it. That's wild. Tune back in and you have 82 bronze packs. I have 0 bronze packs, actually. Daniel Ballard, let's go! Gold! 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 First owner Sunderland player, let's go! Mamba Balde looks nice. We're trying to pack Sunderland players first owner. All right, should I play a game right now? All right, bet. Let's do it. All right, boys. Let's actually, let's just do 5 packs. So let's record the start of the RTG. We'll do 5 gold upgrades as like the intro thing, and then we'll hop into a game after that. Sound good? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I'm trying to pack my brother's mate. He has a 59 rated bronze for Leicester. Must have opened 100 packs. Until I got him. You guys should see if you can pack my sister's best friend's friend. Rose Lavelle. Walkout. No big deal. Just slight flex. Alright, y'all ready? Alright, let's get it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, the 150 silver bidding / investing has been working out great. Absolutely fantastic. We've been selling a lot of things before Saturday, where those are going to go back down in price. BPM absolutely flying to the moon. We invested in a lot of obviously top nation bronze rares from BPM throughout the course of the last week or so. A lot of those we're selling on today, and we'll continue to sell on throughout the weekend. So we're absolutely killing it in terms of liquid coins. Almost at 1 million completely liquid, or not 1 million completely liquid, almost at 1 million without being completely liquid. If I got completely liquid right now, we'd be at 1.5 million. And with our investments we have into Libertadores and Sudamericana players for hopefully League SBCs in the next few weeks, which hopefully we could do Mbappe if the League SBCs come out soon. We're going to be making absolute bank. So coin situation, we're doing really well with that BPM spamming. Like I said, we're doing some build-up packs. We're doing some coins where we can do the daily SBCs. Lots of stuff going on right here. Here's the player of the month, Mbappe, if you haven't seen him. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Absolute cutie. Lots of squats, lots of 89s. It's going to take a lot of coins to do him. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of fodder. If we get League SBCs in the next week, though, I will try. I will do a stream challenge where we'll try as hard as we can if we get League SBCs in the next week to try to get that done. But before then, let's just continue the RTG like normal. We got 5 gold upgrades for you guys. We got foot champs we can start playing. So let's do that. Is our pack luck in? Can we just pack gold Mbappe right now and then not have to worry about it? That would make this so much better. But we get a Bundesliga German. Who do we got? Not a walkout. A board, though. Goretzka. Those stats look decent. Any meta players behind it? Nope. No, sir. Carlos, what's up, buddy? Hello from the ER. Why are you in the ER, buddy? Hopefully everything's okay, man. Got Roma card. Another 84. We'll take fodder, boys. Fodder packs. Every little thing can go towards Mbappe, right? Alright, we got 3 more. Dude. This isn't bad. Consistent boards. Another 84. W. We'll take all the 84s in the world. Pro tip too, if you guys are really truly trying to do either Mbappe, obviously most people aren't going to be able to do him, but other player of the month SBCs, if you guys are trying to do other SBCs in general, something that can be super helpful, especially for those higher rated squads, is if there's any player that's out. A lot of times it might be a goalkeeper player of the month from like a not as popular league. If any of those come out and they're like an 88 rated, 89 rated card, and you don't need that high rated of a team to get them done, maybe it's like an 83 and an 84 rated team, use your lower end cards, put those into those SBCs, get those higher rated cards as fodder. Maybe there's objective cards that have a high-rated fodder card. Find all those little areas where you don't have to spend liquid coins to get that high-end fodder to help you out a little bit there. Obviously, you need a little bit of pack luck at this point, but really, unless you're buying out 89 rated squads, no one really can get Mbappe done. But there's those 5 packs, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing super crazy from that. Here's our RTG squad that we're going to start the FUT Champs with. Alberte is coming in with us on that right center back spot. Left-footed, I have 2 left-footed center backs. Probably not the best idea in the world, but we're going to run it regardless. We got Riton. She absolutely balled in her first game for us. Dabinia coming in off the bench. She's amazing, but it's hard to replace Wirtz. We are ready, boys. Myenda might make an appearance. Brabi might make an appearance, but I'm happy with that lineup.